All right, let's continue with B5 on page 8. Let's take a look real quick at what we're making so you kind of get an idea for what's happening. We're going to go in and create the hair that goes on him, and we're going to create his little eyeball in this next part. So we've got this here. My guy looks a little bit flat, so I'm going to take a minute right now just to make him a little bit taller. But as you know, we can always go back later and make these types of adjustments anyway. Okay, all right, so that looks pretty good to me. For this next section, we're going to get into isolation mode once again. And so to do that, double click on the face. And then we are in the isolation mode that, remember, has this black piece and this off-white piece. We're going to create some little hair up there. And this time we're going to create it using the star shape. So back over here at the left, where we have the ellipse tool, if we click and hold, we can get to rectangle and all the other tools, but we're going to choose star. And in order to draw a star, it's helpful to just give it a click, and then it's going to ask how many points do you want. And we're going to do a 4-pointed star. So we'll click 4. The size doesn't matter because we'll just move it around and make it like we want it, and click OK. All right, so we have a little star there. We are going to go ahead and make this that black color to match. So go ahead and click on the black fill so that it matches. And then we're going to go switch to that direct selection tool. That's A, or press the white arrow. And that's going to give us what looks kind of crazy here. We've got lots, and I'm going to zoom up a bit. We've got lots of different things happening here. So there's little round circles, which will allow us to round. Like, I don't really want to round the shape, but that's what that does. See, as you pull it. And then you have your corner points. And we click once to select the path, and then again to select a point. What we're going to do is we're going to put this on top of the head over here, and we're going to move this around. So I'm going to go to my regular arrow first to get this over here, and then I'm going to go to my white arrow to get this where I can edit it. So click once to choose it, and then again to move those points around. Okay, so once to choose, and then a second time to move it. And we're just going to kind of like give him some messy little hair, you know, kind of hanging out here. And you can make it, you know, however you want. Okay, so something like that. I like that. Oh, that one there is a bit weird looking. Don't know what I did to that one to make it mad, but okay. All right, so there we go. Some little hair there. Now, right now, these two pieces are separate pieces, but we want to make them one piece because they're both black pieces and they should be one piece connected. So to connect the two pieces, go back to your regular black arrow tool or press V, and let's click on this one and then hold down Shift and click the other shape. So now they are both selected. And then at this point, we're going to use the Pathfinder again, but not the one we used before, because this would cut it into 3 pieces. Under shape modes, that very first option is Unite. And Unite just makes it all one. It merges it all together. So give that a click, and there you go. See, the outlines of that shape are gone, and now it is all one item. Okay, now remember, I'm going to press Control-0 to see the whole screen. That's kind of the quick key to fit to the screen. So now I can see it all. It looks pretty good, but I need to get out of this group. So just double click out in the gray space. All right, so now we're back out here. Remember, this is all one piece. This is all one piece. Okay, now we're going to create the little eyeball, and you could create circles and just put circles on top of circles, but there's a feature built in that makes it really easy called Offset Path. So we're going to come over here to where the star is, choose the ellipse tool again, and we're going to draw a circle by just clicking one time and typing in numbers. We're going to make it 75 by 75 and hit OK. And we've got a circle up here. And I like to draw off of my character and then move it onto my character if you haven't noticed that yet. I just think it's easier to work with when they're kind of off separate. All right, we're going to set the fill color to this, to the lighter orange color of the 2 oranges. And while this is still selected, we're going to go up to the Object drop-down menu up here and go to Path and then Offset Path. Now, what you probably can't tell is it essentially made another shape that's bigger than it by 10 pixels. Now, we're going to go the other direction. We're going to make a shape that's smaller than it. So let's make it -10 for this offset, and just press Tab. And now what you see is there's a circle inside the circle that's smaller. Now it's kind of hard to tell, but that's what's happening, okay? So that's it. I'm going to hit OK. And for that smaller circle, we're going to use the light blue color, that second color. All right, we're going to repeat this process. So we're going to object, path, offset, path again. That's going to make another one. It's still -10, so another one 10 pixels in. And we're going to set this one, after we hit OK, to black, so that we have kind of a little eyeball going on here. Now I'm going to go back to my selection tool. So we've got all 3 of these pieces. We are going to draw one more circle, but this one's not going to be an offset. We're just going to draw another little circle that's going to be white. And you might want to zoom up, Control plus if you need to. You got to be back on your selection arrow though to do that. If you hold down the space bar, you get a little hand and you can scoot down. I find that to be easier. Okay, and then I'm just going to draw a little circle here, and we're going to use white because usually you see that on little cartoon characters. Okay, now these are all 4 different pieces, so we're going to group them all. Just with your black arrow, draw you a box around them all, and then group them by either right-clicking, going to group, go over here to quick actions and group, or press Control G. Okay? And then you can go ahead and position it on your character. All right, give that a save, and then we'll continue on to the next page.